See, when you own up to God, heaven owns up to you. He said, if you are ashamed to own me before them folk behind you, don't look at me funny when heaven don't answer your prayer. But if you own up to me, Brandon, I own up to you. It's like, well, let me talk to my sisters real quick. You ever dated somebody and you brought them around the family, or they brought you around the family, for the first time, and they introduce you, and then they say, hey man, what's going on? How you doing? Oh man, I've been good. How you doing? Okay, well, yeah, who's this? Oh yeah, this Shonda. Yes, Shonda. I'm just Shonda today. We've been together 9 months, and I'm just Shonda. See, you got to understand that's because Shonda ain't the only one that's been there in the last 9 months. But see, you with your silly self, you still owning up to folk that don't own up to you. But see, I'm a real G. If you ain't got time for me, baby, I ain't got time for you. If you can't own me in front of folk, I can't own you in private. So don't roll up on me when it's just me and you. Talking about you know my name. No, if I wasn't your fiance then, I ain't your fiance now. I own folk that own me. So y'all when you did this the dating today, it's funny, because y'all today, you get engaged, but only one of y'all know y'all engaged. That's your fiance, but he don't know that though. See, everybody know y'all. That's your fiance, but him. See, and so now you introducing him as your fiance, but you just shunned and you just been shunned for 9 months. Well, see, that's how God works. God says, I ain't got time to be owning up to people who don't own up to me. But you see, them folk that show up in church and lift their hands and say, I was glad when they said unto me, let's go into the house of the Lord. Those are the people heaven owns up to. I'm talking about folk when benediction is over and everybody then went ahead and ate their lunch for trees. You still shout if it had not been. I'm talking about it's Tuesday night and church been long over and you still having flashbacks of the anointing that was in church, and the same anointing that was in church, all of a sudden it followed you home, and now you in your living room acting like it's your pulpit, and you running around re-preaching the sermon that pastor preached that morning. Give somebody a high five and say, stop shouting, you don't know nothing about that. Baby, I get in the shower and I sing the song Brittany sung Sunday morning. I may be off key, but I'm in tune. Is there anybody in here that will give your neighbor a high five and say, excuse me, let me testify? I done been through too much to leave the anointing in the church on Sunday. It gotta follow me to work Monday morning. What my hallway shouters at? That be walking up the hallway at work, shout to yourself, peeking around the corner to see if anybody looking. Is there anybody in here that will say, let me testify? Hey! I don't tell you what the problem is. I ain't gonna even get to my text. The problem is we promote ignorance over evidence. Oh God, Lacey, you gonna make somebody mad now. Yeah, be messy real quick and look at your neighbor and say, with your ignorant self. Yeah, I said it, I'm gonna say it again, but let me explain what I mean. See, I would rather be stupid than ignorant. Lacey, they don't understand what you're saying. See, stupidity says that I was never given the information, therefore I don't know about it. But ignorance says I was given the information and I still didn't do it. Give your neighbor a high five and say, but me and you, we not ignorant, baby. I know what God has done, and I'm not going to ignore the goodness of the Lord. Some of y'all looking square in the face of a miracle right now, and you still can't open your mouth. But give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, I see my help right around the corner, and I'm not going to wait until it gets to me. I'm going to meet my miracle halfway with my mouth. I think I need a witness. Can I get a witness? I said, I think I need a witness. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness that knows that God will show up when you shout? Give somebody a high five and say, won't he do it? I've seen him do it. Won't he do it? I know he'll do it. Is there anybody in here that'll shout, I know he'll do it? He'll open up doors no man can shut. He'll move mountains if you just believe. Is there anybody in here that knows he'll do it? Give somebody a high five and say, I tried him for myself. I know he'll do it. I've seen him do it. He did it for me. He'll do it for you. He did it back then. He'll do it right now. Shake somebody's hand and say, neighbor, your miracle is closer than you think. But if you meet your miracle with your mouth, you just might speed the process up. Somebody shout, Lord, what I need it next year, I'm gonna shout right now so I can get it next month. Shout, shout, hey!